What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Gerald from Bank of Gerald here with another video update. Today is Thursday, November the 3rd, 2022. And today we are talking about my favorite platform in the space. Don't get it twisted out there. Don't get it twisted. This is my favorite. All right. Novatech. That's right. We're talking about Novatech. And we have some things that we want to share with the community that is a part of BOJ's network, right? We want all the leaders or people that want to be leaders in Novatech, we want you to have access to the same things that we have access to here at BOJ. So we're going to set some parameters, but I want you guys to, whoever gets this message and you fall under these requirements, please email me. And I'll tell you what to email me later. But this is really just me trying to be a little bit better of a leader. I do understand where my rank is and my volume is, but I want to be able to help those that are trying to help themselves in this thing too. I know that I've had people to help me along this journey to come to the decision that Novatech was even my favorite platform. I was in a weird space. I was in the hype space, and I had to figure out exactly what it was I was going to zone in on and what kind of platform I was going to zone in on. And Novatech and a few others are some of the platforms that I've decided to really zone in on. But Novatech is really my #1 platform if I had to declare it today on November the 3rd. Before I get too deep into this, though, I want to make sure I mention that I'm not a financial advisor, okay? This is not financial advice. I am not your financial advisor. I'm just a dude on YouTube showing you guys how I am cranking out that crypto in many different platforms. Nothing more and nothing less than that. If you like this content, go ahead and hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. If you want to be updated and notified about everything going on here at BOJ, just make sure you hit that notification bell as well. For those of you that have skipped over that previous part, we're talking about Novatech. Of course, you can see it in the description of the video. But what we're talking about today is how I, as BOJ, can kind of better help the people that are under me that are helping themselves. You know, a lot of the times and I mentioned this, I'm not the best upline. You know, some people, I encourage the people that are under me to make sure you're doing your due diligence on your own, because that's what I had to do, right? Of course, I had some people I can ask questions to, and I try to not be so closed off to those of you that are serious about what you're doing in this space. I want to make sure that I can be an asset in the ways that I can. Of course, I can't be on the phone with you all day. I can't, I'm not the best at staying in communication with a whole bunch of people at one time. This is the way that I've been communicating. I've just been, whatever I say from my mouth, right? That's how it kind of goes. But I was talking to one of my mentors a few days ago, and I was kind of worried about how I shared information, right? I was like, I kind of just put up a video of Cynthia Petillon, and I was holding my phone. It wasn't of her, but she was talking. And of course, the message was supposed to get out to the community. However, I share it with a bunch of people that may not even have the best intentions for Novatech. So they could easily decide to take anything that I say that I don't blatantly make positive and turn it into something negative. And that's not my intention. And I know the leadership understands that about me. I know the ownership, hopefully they understand that about me. My intention is not to ever paint Novatech in a negative light, because it has done nothing but positive things for me and my family and other people that have been involved with it. I don't know of a person that, well, of course, the people that are blatantly negative, there are a few of those, but anybody that has really been working this thing and have even put their own skin in the game in Novatech have not experienced much negativity. It's been a positive experience. So back to the main thing that I want to try to do. What I want to try to do is I want to say, well, let me place this parameter. There are ranks in Novatech, right? And I was talking to my mentor, and he said, let's consider junior executives and up. All right. So I'm going to say this. If you are a junior executive under BOJ, right, and I can see in my back office who they are, please email me at bankofgerald@protonmail.com. I want to make sure that you have access to all the Telegram groups that I'm a part of. I believe that the biggest fear that I had of putting the Telegram groups out was that the people that don't have the best intentions will get into these groups, and then they will be negative, and then it'll cause more work for the admin of those groups and different things of that nature. And then on top of that, I don't have a Telegram group of my own, which I'm kind of battling. I'm struggling with deciding whether I'm gonna do that or not, because I just don't like how some Telegram groups can turn into a whole bunch of mess. For me, just rambling right now. If I was gonna have a Telegram group, it would probably be one that nobody can talk in but me. That's it. Like, you can join it, you can see whatever I talk about, but nobody can say anything but me. All right. Or whoever I choose as a trusted admin in my Telegram group. Haven't even got there yet in my thought process. But as I see what some of the leaders are doing and I see the way that they're handling this, it's making me a little bit more open-minded about what my possibilities are. Of course, they have possibly a little bit more time freedom than I do. I'm still kind of strapped to a job. I'm an entertainer. I'm a singer, so that takes my time away from the computer sharing stuff like this. But we're going to start with that. So if you are a junior executive or above, please email me at bankofgerald@protonmail.com. My email is in the description of the video, and it has been for a while in every video. If you just click on more, there should be like a show more or a more tab in the description. You can click on it, and that's what shows you all the different things we're involved with here at BOJ. However, my email is in there. So shoot me an email. I want to make sure that you are in these Telegram groups if you're a junior executive and up. And the reason I chose that is because, one, you have to have some skin in the game, right? You have to have your own bit of skin in the game. That shows that you do care about what your investment is going to return you in this platform. But on the other side of that, it also involves you having some volume. And I know that based on some of the things that I've done in my growth in just under a year in Novatech now, I got to clap that up because it's November 3rd, ladies and gentlemen. We are closing in on our first year in Novatech, which is an exciting thing. But those of you that have volume, like I think it's $50,000 in volume you have to have. You have to have a few associates. Some of you, we're blessed, I'll say. But some of you have really worked for that. And I think that's a good benchmark for those that I would love to have access to these groups. Of course, they have the Zoom call stuff in the back office, but there are people that are giving really powerful Zoom calls that those of you that are building this thing for real, you could really use as something to help you build even further. Just more people, more third-party credibility going on. There's leaders, 1-star ambassadors, 2-star ambassadors, people that are at my level that are really diving into the information. And of course, there's so much information already on YouTube. It's just amazing the amount of leaders that have taken this thing on and have just ran with it. We all run in our own different ways, but I would like for my community, for those of you that are in my lineage in the Novatech opportunity, to have some of the things that I'm able to have, or some of the things that I kind of take for granted, for real. To be honest with you, some of you may not take them for granted, and I want you to have access to them. So junior executives and up, of course, I can see that in my back office who is and who isn't. So, I'm not going to waste my time with people that try to take advantage of this, what I'm trying to do right now, try to help people. But I do believe that there's a lot of people out there that may just need a little bit more information or third-party credibility or community sense to really kind of take their Novatech business to the next level. Of course, I'm not here to tell you what to do. If you're a junior executive and higher and you don't choose to send me your email or anything like that, that's okay too. I still believe that this opportunity is going to be one that is here for us and here for a while. So I'm going to continue to encourage those that even reach those ranks of junior executive. If you reach them, reach out to me. And maybe I can do a better job of reaching out to you. I have to find a way to figure out who's promoting under me and when they promote and different stuff like that. I'm sure there's a way to do it. It gets a little difficult when the website's not acting right, but I am able to confirm who is and who isn't. So this is also for future reference. For those of you that are growing your business and you reach junior executive and you want access to some of the things that I'm able to see, it's not that much more than what you're able to get in the Team Diamond Telegram that I already have there. for those of you, and you're not able to talk unless you're an admin or something like that, which I prefer. But I was also being notified that some of the people that are under me are asking questions to some of my upline, and you know, I want to make sure we alleviate some of the phone calls that they get. You know what I'm saying? And they're going to get them anyway because they're out here just like I am. You know, just like I'm going to receive these emails. They're going to receive phone calls. They understand the tall task of what a leader is asked to be, especially in this space where there's a lot of risk. And to be quite honest with you, there's a lot of people getting into cryptocurrency for the very first time because of this platform. That's another thing that was reminded to me by one of my mentors. So that's a complete fact. People are learning about cryptocurrency through these platforms. Some people would have never invested in cryptocurrency had they not heard of one of these opportunities that we even speak on today at BOJ. With that being said, I want to make sure that everyone that is trying to grow their Novatech business that is under me has at least what I have in resources and Zoom call information and all that different stuff that can be found in these different Telegram groups. I didn't want to flood their Telegram group with people that were not serious. So I had to ask my mentor what he felt was a good benchmark. And I agree. I think the junior executive starting there, it involves you having skin in the game. It involves you having some volume, whether you brought that volume in or I helped you. You are a person that is of a unique space in this platform. There's a lot of people that are not sharing Novatech at all. They're just using this as a passive earner, which is great. That's fine. But there is a lot of beauty in what can be built when you share this thing with other like-minded people. So with that being said, please put your 2FA on all the platforms that will allow you and all your wallets, because crypto is indeed wild, wild west. If you ain't strapped, you're bound to get hacked. Ask me how I know. It's not very fun at all. If you like this content, go ahead and hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. If you want to be updated and notified, hit the bell, the notification bell, that is. Let's not forget that tomorrow on Friday is our Friyay. Gotta love Friyays, because that's when we get to see what our weekly percentage is for this week. And that's always an exciting time for Novatechians. And then, of course, on Saturday, we will get the Active Earners Day bonus payday for those of us that have been sharing this opportunity. And I love that day to be special for as many people as possible, even though I don't tell nobody what to do. I just show y'all what I'm doing. All right. This is Novatech. I'll see y'all in the next video. Peace out.